as you can see, Aaron Donald Jr. has hit that transfer portal and he has committed to Pitt. I mean, it's just a family thing. I mean, my dad wanted me to go here and it's a tradition going on. And I mean, we had nothing to worry about. My dad made one phone call and they said I would be the starting left end coming over here. And I mean, early on, I'm laying the boom on the quarterback. And I mean, as you know, I'm coming off winning a championship at Alabama, so I want to come here and do nothing but take these boys to the championship. And I told Coach I won't let that foot off that pedal and I will be going for Heisman this year. The only reason I didn't come in here coming out of high school, he said I would be a 4th string and Alabama offered me a 2nd string position. But it's nothing to worry about because I am not a starting left end for Pitt. And there is no looking back. I mean, going into my first game at Pitt, I mean, I started off intense. I mean, as you can see, I am hawking that ball and staying relentless as I chase him down for my first tackle of my career. And I mean, my dad has set a high standard, so there's no looking back. I could do nothing but elevate. But I mean, the quarterback roll out, and I mean, I missed the tackle, and I'm making a bad first impression. But I caught him on a read option, and I laid the boom on him and showed him that Aaron Donald Jr. is here. I mean, as you can see, I put him out the game, but he comes back in, and I hit him again. I'm knocking his buckles loose all night. But I mean, these tackles in the ACC can't guard me. I will be going for Heisman as I go in with another sack of the game. But he tries to get the ball off, but you can't get that ball off when Aaron Donald Jr. gets a hold of you. He's trying to shorten your neck. I mean, I'm trying to do whatever I can to put my team on the board. I mean, it's 0-0 going into the 3rd quarter, and I drop an interception. Oh my God, that was a dream come true. I get another sack on the quarterback, and I'm fired up. And I mean, the guys all jumping on me like, welcome, welcome. And I'm like, let's go. I ended off in style as we were up 7-0, and I sack him again on 3rd down to get off that field. And I get player of the game with 6 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. So going into our next practice after a big win, I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. is coming out here intense, and I mean, he is trying to work the O-line to get them better. And I mean, coach is still getting on me for hitting the quarterback, but I'm just making him tougher for the game. And I mean, I'm trying to do whatever to take us to the ACC Championship, and we are going to dominate every team. I am going to be that change. I'm going to be that person to come here and change the program. But I told him my D-line coach out of practice, he said, good job at practice today, and you're in no danger of losing your starting position. So going into our second game against New Mexico, I mean, I came out and started off a little shaky. I mean, this offensive line was washing me out early on. But the respect that I wanted, I needed it all. And I went and got it. I lost the tackle and went in and got a sack. And I just hear the crowd cheering, Aaron, Aaron, Aaron. And I said, let's go. But I mean, going to the next play, I mean, I wrapped and roll, and those Gator rolls are paying off. And I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. is fired up. But going into the next play, he came unblocked, and I mean, he crashed the pile down with another tackle. He didn't have a so good game. He ended the game off for 3 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. Going into my 3rd game against Duke, I mean, I came out trying to rearrange his jaw, but I missed the whole tackle. Come on, man. I mean, me being in my playbook, I read this play out of the back of my hand, and I went and got an interception, and I will take it all the way for 6 for a D lineman touchdown. Aaron Donald Jr. laying the boom all night, and I mean, he was fired up. And he waved his hand and said, come on, he wants some more. To the next play, I shoot my hands, detach myself, and lay the boom on this running back. And I want to be known as the greatest. I want to go higher than my dad, Aaron Donald did. I lay the boom on this quarterback for a hurry. Going into the next play, look at the relentless effort as Aaron Donald Jr. will hawk you down, and he will go and get a tackle. We're going to knock off Duke 21-0, and I end the game with 3 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. We're going into the next game, I lost the footage to all of my clips, but here you can see I was sacking the quarterback all night. And I mean, this tackle could guard me. I even broke a record this game, and I broke the record for the most sacks ever at Pitt. I mean, going into the next play, they had me unblocked, and I laid the boom on the quarterback. And I made sure every time I get to him to knock his buckles loose, and I laid another big hit on him. Aaron Donald got player of the game, and he ended the game off with 10 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. And I mean, he's going to be a player to remember here at Pitt, even though his dad is. So going into our next game against Virginia Tech, I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. came out intense, and I mean, he swung the quarterback with bad intentions to start the game. And when the tackle is looking back at you, you know you've done something right. And I mean, coach told me to get in his head early on, and that's what I'm going to do the whole game. But going into this next play, I hit this tackle with a push-pull, and as you can see, as relentless as I'm getting it to him, I got to him with a sack in my first sack of the game. But I'm not done yet. As I go into this next play, I almost have my 2nd interception of the season. Come on, man. But I get him back. As you see this next play, I mean, I am fast as could be as I get to this running back, and I mean, I tackle him. But I mean, I try to wrap and roll like those Gator rolls, but it didn't go as planned, but he still came down. And I mean, as you can see, he was holding me, but I got off of that tackle and clothesline this quarterback, and I tried to shorten his neck. But I apply pressure every play. I mean, my ball get off, it's impeccable. It's just like my father, Aaron Donald, as I was laying the boom on this quarterback all night. This next play shows you never give up as I get a sack, and you never give up on a play. Let's go. But we're going to beat Virginia Tech 24-0 as I end the game off for 3 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. I mean, after having back-to-back good games, I mean, going into our next game against ODU, I kept my foot on that pedal and laid the boom early on to this quarterback. And I mean, sooner or later, they are going to know who Aaron Donald Jr. is. And I mean, every game he's going to go out there and leave his mark. He is here for a reason, and it's for a change. But they ran a screenplay, and I just hauled it to the quarterback and nearly missed him by 1 second. But as you can see, I shoot my hands ripping, get another sack, and I'm not here to play. And the guys are telling me he's going for Heisman. Let's go. I mean, I stayed in attack mode and lost this tackle with another sack of the game, and I told him, no, this is my house. Absolutely laid the boom on this running back. Let's go. I mean, I don't know what's up with ODU. I think that players need to hit the weight room a little more, but Aaron Donald Jr. is not here to play. Going to this next play, I got a 60 tackle, and I was being as dirty as I could be. I tried to mush his head into the ground, and I was talking my stuff. The quarterback tried to escape, and he can't escape Aaron Donald Jr. as I get another tackle for loss. And we were going to beat ODU 21-0 as I end the game off with 6 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Going into our next game against Navy, I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. came out hot and got the first tackle of the game. Going into the next play, you can see how much of a team player he is. He takes out the running back, and the other teammate takes out the quarterback, and the quarterback pitches and fumbles, and we get a turnover down. And I mean, this is a momentum changer early on in the game, and we need that. But Aaron Donald Jr. turns on that juice, and I mean, he gets the running back and hawks him down. And let's go. But as you can see, he put the tackle on different levels, and nothing is getting outside of him as he makes another tackle. And I mean, coach always said when the tackle is looking back at you, you've done something right. I mean, his offensive lineman in the ACC better recognize, because I am here. Going to the next play, quarterback try to steps up in that pocket, and Aaron Donald Jr. just collapses. And I mean, this time he tries to roll out of the pocket, but this time I laid the boom on the quarterback. And I mean, I was fired up. I knocked his buckles loose. But to go on with my last tackle of the game, I laid another good hit on the quarterback. And we go on to win, and I end the game off with 6 total tackles and 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. So going to my next game against Georgia Tech, I lost some of my clips, but as you can see, Aaron Donald Jr. was getting a good pass rush in early on. And I mean, we were already up 24-0, and I had to keep my foot on that pedal. I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. was moving, and he laid the boom on this running back. And I mean, he got up like he was the man, because he is the man. But you cannot run a screenplay on Aaron Donald Jr. I mean, they ran a screenplay and they threw it just out of my zone. That was almost another interception. But I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. was trying to get back there, but that quarterback was getting that ball off as quick as possible. But we going to win the game, and I lost all of my other clips, but I had 6 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. So I mean, going into our next game against Notre Dame, I mean, this was an intense game, and Aaron Donald Jr. came out a little slow. They were throwing him on the ground early on. And I mean, he just couldn't get anything going. He couldn't detach himself to make the tackle. But you know, things got better for Aaron Donald Jr. He stepped it up and laid the boom on the running back for a tackle for loss. And I mean, when he got up, he stared him down to let him know that Aaron Donald Jr. is here. And I mean, things just started to fall into place. The quarterback tried to step up in that pocket, and Aaron Donald Jr. is there for a tackle. And he said, let's go. But look at the relentless effort as he go into this next play and hawk him down and wrap and roll. Those gator rolls are paying off. He just has to hold on a bit longer. The quarterback tried to fake Aaron Donald Jr. out, but he plants that foot and go back the other way and dodge for the tackle. And I mean, when you see Aaron Donald Jr. coming in your rearview mirror, you better get out the way, because he will lay the boom on you for a sack. And I mean, just when you escape, he will attack and knock your buckles loose. But as you can see, it's 10-17, and Notre Dame has took us to overtime, and big time players make big time plays in big time moments. And I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. was fired up. He said he's not losing. But I mean, Notre Dame drives down and he gives it all he got, but they go in the score. But it's not over just yet. It's tied up. But I totally messed up. I lost contain and got sucked inside, and the quarterback just ran the ball. But he fumbled the ball, and they got on the ball on the goal line. I made sure to leave my mark on them, but they went in and scored the touchdown, and Aaron Donald Jr. has got a penalty, but it doesn't matter. We lost. And we're going to lose our first game at home 24-17, and I end the game off of 8 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Going into our next game against UNC, I mean, we had to come out here in the dog pound for respect. We are not losing at home anymore. And I mean, we kind of needed that loss. That loss has toughened us up, and we are playing way hard. I mean, early on, we get a defensive turnover, and we take it all the way for 6. But this right here will show you to never, ever give up on the play. As you can see, I dived, missed the tackle, I got back up on my feet, and Aaron Donald Jr. has burst with speed and relentless to get to that ball. He gets to that ball and hawks him down for a tackle. And I mean, just wonder what his 40 speed will be. But I mean, going to the next play, I club over and I lose the tackle and get to that quarterback, and I throw him with bad intentions. And I'm making sure that UNC quarterback Drake May is feeling me all so night. I made a boom on him and told him he has to respect Aaron Donald Jr. Going to the next play, as you can see, I'm shedding off that block, and as you can see, I wrap and roll and put him in the dirt. I mean, I nearly had an interception, but I fell on my back. Come on, man. But I mean, the effort that I'm giving every play, I should be the runner-up for Heisman with easy doubt. But I'm going to keep working. I'm not going to look for any awards. But as you can see, I'm in his rearview mirror and lay the boom boom on Drake May for a sack. And I kind of just laid on him for a second to show him that I own him. As you can see, we're going to be UNC 30-7 at home. And as you can see, I end the game off with 7 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. So going into our next game against Syracuse, I mean, I kept my foot on that pedal and didn't let back. But as you can see how patient I was being, I let off that ball and that tight end released, and then he got the ball thrown his way, and I broke the pass up early on. And don't get it messed up, Aaron Donald Jr. could play DB too if he had to. But he came out here for respect as he laid the boom on the tackle. He ran right through him. And going to the next play, he long darned his tackle, and the quarterback fall right into his pocket as he got a sack. And he kept his foot on that pedal. He wrapped it roll as those Gator rolls are paying off. And I mean, he made sure to make that running back get up tasting dirt. But I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. is a problem. He is everywhere on that field as he make another tackle. And I mean, that quarterback just can't get a break. He tried to roll out of that pocket, but I contain and I wrap and roll for a tackle for a loss. I told that running back all night that you cannot run from me. I will find you. And Aaron Donald Jr. will find you with another tackle. Then I go and lose this tackle and lay the boom on a quarterback for another sack. And I mean, I am fired up with the guys as we're going to win 37-14. I end the game with 8 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. So going into our next game against Miami, this is a must-need game, and we need this to go to that conference championship. And Aaron Donald Jr. starting off hot with a first sack of the game. He's going to break this record this game. I mean, it's kind of like the tackle didn't even exist because he couldn't get his hands on me as I just ran right past him and sling the quarterback on the ground, and I'm knocking his buckles loose. But I boom the quarterback for another sack. And I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. is built for this, and he's fired up. Going to the next play, he is dipping and ripping on this tackle, and he goes and make the tackle on the running back. But it's 20-0, and I'm not letting back. I didn't get this quarterback any room to throw that ball, and I'm going for another sack. They run the inside zone. I lay the boom on the running back. But going into this next sack, I broke the school record with 26 total sacks on the season. And I'm taking this ball to the stands to my mom and dad. My dad, Aaron Donald, should be proud of me. But just when you thought I was done going in for another sack, I broke the record for the most sacks in one game. I had 5 total sacks on the game. And we knock off Miami 34-0. But as you can see, I'm playing the game, and I end the game off with 6 tackles for loss, 1 assisted tackle, and 5 sacks. So going into the ACC Championship, I mean, I'm coming out here for respect, and the whole world is out here to watch us win this championship. But as you can see, I laid a big hit on the quarterback, and as you can see, we intercept that ball and get the momentum early on. I mean, I thought he was going to take it for 6, and I was fired up. And I mean, I'm just stacking up those accolades as I break another record with 28 sacks on the season. I broke the record. Going into the next play, I told them about throwing that ball Aaron Donald Jr. way. They threw the ball his way, and he intercepts it, and he will go all the way for 6 with his second return of the season. And oh my God, I'm fired up. I mean, to do something like this in the championship game is awesome. But I mean, as you can see, I'm celebrating with the teammates. And I go in and lay the boom on Devin Leary. And I mean, I sure knocked some sense into him. But I mean, these NC State tackles could not guard me all game. I was sacking that quarterback and getting to that ball with bad intentions. But I go in with another sack, and let's go. But as you can see, we're going to beat them 30-0. And we are champions. And this is Aaron Donald Jr.'s second championship appearance that he is at. So, I mean, going into the Orange Bowl against Utah, I mean, our offense striked first, and I mean, we started off intense. And Aaron Donald Jr. started off with the sack of the game. And I mean, he is attracted to that ball. Anywhere that ball is, Aaron Donald Jr. But I stayed powerful and stayed in full effect the whole game and laid the boom on the quarterback. And I'm not going to lie, I was trying to put him out for the game. But I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. is in his playbook every day, and I mean, he is tracking down screens like it's no tomorrow. And I mean, he go in and gets another tackle. Another sack. And I mean, Aaron Donald Jr. ball get off is so good. I mean, his dad, Aaron Donald, has a great get off, and I mean, it's just amazing. He gets off so fast and powerful. Going into the next play, this running back tried to reject me, and I wasn't going, so I dragged him in the dirt, and I hope. And I mean, it's getting a crunch time with 7-0, and there's 1 minute on the clock, and we're up. And as you can see, they run a screen play, but Aaron Donald tracks that ball down and gets a tackle. But playmakers make plays when plays need to be needed, and Aaron Donald Jr. makes another play, and it's 3rd down, and we needed to get off that field, and Aaron Donald Jr. goes and get a sack. Let's go. They go into 4th down and turnover downs, and we go on to win the game 7-0, and we are champions of the Orange Bowl. And I mean, we are fired up, and it feels amazing to do it back to back. As you can see, I ended the game off with 10 total tackles. But what is Aaron Donald Jr.'s next move? Is he going to stay with Pitt through all his years of college, or is he going to hit that transfer portal? Drop a comment down below. What do you think? Or what you think should happen?